something like this, right? I think we should just have it go all the way the f out there like that.
You feel terrible about cutting that? 2025, 20 miles.
What up, guys? Real quick, before we get too far into the episode, we are coming up to the end of season 11 for our Blockhead motorcycle giveaway. For season 11, it is a brand new Sportster S. This bike is fast.
Sounds like a race bike.
If you guys want to get in to possibly win that motorcycle, head over to blockheadgiveaways.com website. Down in the description, as well as right there. We already have the bike chosen for next season, which we will be revealing that to you guys very soon. Yeah, season 12, it's just absolutely crazy to think. It literally started out giving away a banner, and then a Grom, and then a Sportster, and another Sportster, and a Dyna, and then we think we've given away like 13 or 14 motorcycles now, which is just wild. It's all thanks to you guys showing the support that you have. So huge thanks for all the support over the years, guys. Being able to do these giveaways, the whole purpose was to basically get a bike, learn a lot about it, modify it, and give it back to the community that allows us to be able to do this. We really appreciate the continued support. It really has allowed us to be able to do so much, and honestly cannot thank you guys enough. Season 11 ending soon. Get in on it. Head over to the site, sign up, select the tier. New bike announcement coming soon. Hope you guys enjoy this episode though. Let's get back to it. Yo, welcome back. Continuing on the Fender, Alan is getting prepped to paint. He's about to lay down the layer of teak red. So on the tank, you've got teak red surrounded by gold, and then that Delphine. For us, we are continuing now with this rear fender. We're basically tacked up, tack, so it's solid and in place. We need to figure the supports out as well. Where it's tacked, we got even spacing on all sides. So we got to basically get the supports to get this package in. Oh. Well, supports.
Ooh, those are fancy.
That's just fucking gonna work. All right, so we're going back and forth with the solution for mounting the supports for the fender, because we're gonna kind of repurpose some hardware, because you know, we're cutting shit up and using it in ways that, you know, we're not necessarily, they weren't made for, but
Chopper shit.
Exactly, that's chopper shit. So these are from TC Bros, these parts, and they're originally meant for like gas tank mounts. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece that I scooped up for cheap off Amazon, and I think we're gonna go something like this, right? Because obviously the length of it is ridiculous. In order to get it correctly on the frame, it would have to be like a current full length would have to be something like that. But with that angle, it's not gonna be supporting the fender correctly, right? Because the load distribution on it is here, and it's losing like resistance, right? So something here where we come off the top of the axle plate, so we'll mount something here to basically bolt it to, and we'll mount it like that, like just under the light, because Alan was saying most of the weight's gonna be there. That would be the best. And then he kind of started to explain some engineering shit. I'm like, hold on, we should record that.
When you have a force, any angle puts a force horizontal and vertical. So for wanting to support this, we want it more vertical, because what that'll do if we were way up here would be the concept of extending the length of a breaker bar. So it's just gonna sit there and want to do this.
Yeah.
Whereas having a more vertical, it's just a rigid structure.
We'll cut this piece, kind of repurpose it, weld it back together. We're gonna use the eyelet onto some kind of tab. So yeah, with these mounting to the fender, we're gonna take the flange off of it so it's not sticking out and as ugly. I think with these, what we can do, so it's not like, you know, a huge eyesore on the frame and just like a straight up tab, and do something like that. And you will never see the back of it, and the fact that it's like a little rounded bung.
Or we could like put the flat tab to here.
Oh yeah.
And then still use that idea.
We'd have to waller these out.
Pull a little waller.
That's there. This is here. All right, we got the eyelet on the other side of this.
And then it could be behind it, and the bolt just goes in against the face of the tab.
Is it like into it, right? Like cut that off a tire.
Yep. Because we have to shorten it anyway.
Right.
But then we come into a problem on the other side. We need to come outside the chain.
That's true.
So we need that actually longer. For the most part.
Flat stock. Here's an idea. We can fucking bend in, bend out, shape it however the fuck we want. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's the move. In which case, we gotta go buy some more of this shit. We are going to head back to that metal surplus store and see if we can find some strips of 1 inch. Then we will come back, cut it up, bend it, measure it out, weld it, bung it. Dude, there's a lot of fucking work that goes into a rear fender.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Well, and the thing is, how bad this could go if we don't do it correctly.
100%, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could just eat your tire.
You talk about destroy paint. Those are like positive outcomes.
Yeah.
Or this just gets completely mangled up and locks the rear wheel.
Yeah, that would be not good. So that's the plan. What we're gonna do, come off the rear axle plate, go up, and then bung here, since we've got no clearance on the inside. And then on the other side, basically up, kind of bend in, and then up. So we'll have the same size bungs on each side. Hello, puppies. Hi. Hi. Hi, other puppies. Anyways, that's the plan. So in the meantime, we gotta stick around here because we got a call that we have to make. Alan's gonna get on the welding because he's a better welder than me.
And I can't stay still.
Yeah, and he's got to wait a little bit for paint to dry. You're waiting for paint to dry.
Yeah, teak red, so then we can get to the striping.
So we can't have nice things.
Almost died.
Luckily, that's not a nice thing.
I'm waiting on the teak to dry so we can tape our stripes, so might as well weld.
Yep, he's gonna weld. I'm gonna get on the seat pan, no idle hands. So the goal here with these rear fender supports is to match the same angle as the front forks. A little bit of CAD, cardboard aided design, and we can put it up right here. And we've got our angle. We want this coming off the axle plate. We're gonna put this spacer in here. So there's the angle right there. Now if we remove that, tacky. Woo! I think we should just have it go all the way out there like that.
We'll bring it to a point.
Yeah. That's the front fork angle. Yeah. And then we're just gonna round this, right? So
yeah.
Lightning bolt. We put that one up and it worked, fit. I wanted to try something with less of a sharp angle, with just like a bend. So we did this. So it's got like nice little slight bend, goes in, over chain, up, spacered. So that is pretty much done. So we got this side, which obviously we're not gonna leave these raw metal. We'll make them black. What would be super cool if we had the time, which we don't, is to like inscribe these with something like born free or something like that. Maybe in the future. For sake of timeline though, we're running on this thing. Trim the excess off of this one. We went ahead, got that tacked. Guys, I'm sorry, we're all over the place here. I'm trying to get this fender to the point to give it to Alan so we can get it prepped and painted. So I have marked the spots to drill for the taillight. Basically measured out the fender. It's 10.5 across, so 5 1/4 marks the center. These are just guides. I went ahead and punched these, drill them out. I gotta find the hardware that it came with so I know what size holes to drill. Perfect. Rear fender is all set up finally. So we've got tabs mounted here to position it. Everything's spaced out. Spacers with the top hats, whatever, like positioned here. with the Fender supports here. We're going to call it a day and go grab some dinner, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow morning. We have decided on these that we are going to go ahead and do them Delphine blue as well. So I have to get those drilled so that we can run some hardware through them. Also have to figure out what hardware we are going to be using for these. We have to get some like tapered or ones that basically go into the recessed part of the light. Much more to go. So we're getting there, one bite at a time. See you guys tomorrow in just a second. And we're back. Okay, so game plan right off the bat. I have to get Stealth some measurements because we are doing a bit of a collaborative exhaust on this thing. So we're gonna take this thing, right, with the batik end, and we're gonna cut it up a bit so that we can get it on a set of our Stealth Blockhead headers. It's gonna save us a ton of time, but I have to get those measurements like right off the bat. So let's go ahead, we'll get this thing chopped, which feels terrible because literally taking this brand new vintage exhaust, like obviously repop, and cutting it up.
You feel terrible about cutting that? 2025, 20 miles.
Fair point.
Perspective.
Fair point. All right, so we got an inner baffle that we're going to need to pull. We've got measurements of this piece off to Stealth. Should be meeting up with him tomorrow morning. We'll be getting a set of header pipes that he is speccing out so that we can potentially combine it with this muffler, and then we go from there. So that part done, taken care of. Also, Justin, hey, in the building. So next up, I gotta finish this fender up to get it to Alan for paint. He's working on wet sanding the tank currently. So I have to drill holes in the fender supports. So I gotta finish up the other fender. Hardware in right now. We're going to get button head, hex, bolts for it so that they're rounded and flush. Same with the bottoms. I got to run to Ace to grab those for the ears. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna grab the little handheld grinder thing and like cut that corner like a little tiny bit, round it up a little tiny bit more. Should be good to weld up the rest. So Alan's going on an Ace run, pick up hardware. He also needs a brush, a little brush for the tank and the fender. And we're gonna stay and get to disassembling the back end, welding on it a bit.
We're all dividing, but conquering.
And then coming back together to get this back together. Fender to basically start working on. I was going to start prepping this so that we could paint it, but I totally forgot about the toolbox. Check it out, cleanest weld I've ever done. Right there. Sheesh. All right, tank episode, paint episode, all that stuff is a separate episode, so you guys will be seeing that one. But this is kind of where we're at. Alan crushed it on the tank. Just so good. Looks freaking amazing. We're trying to figure out a couple things. Like, obviously, I'm cleaning this up. We're gonna call it quits for today. We have been at it for another, we started at what, like 10 a.m.? 10 hours?
Yeah, another 10-hour day.
10-hour day.
Pushing 60 hours.
Dude, fucking killing this shit. Tomorrow morning, whenever we resume, I will be cleaning up the rest of this and then hitting it with some finishing putty. I've used Bondo before, but I don't know, is it similar?
Similar.
Same
it's
but different?
just normally a lot smoother.
Yeah, nice.
You don't get that like porous surface like you would on a Bondo.
Right.
Like normally if you Bondo, you have to put finishing putty over it to not have like pinholes and
gotcha.
stuff.
Okay, cool. So straight to finishing putty.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow. We're just kind of like throwing the tank on it to see how it would look with the gauge. Super funny, I have no idea where the seat came from. I'm pretty sure I got it in the sale of the original Sucker Punch that I bought 6 years ago or something like that. So I've had it for a while. Do need to recondition it to like bring out, you know, a little bit more of that black. And then we put the original tank bib back on here just to kind of see, and I actually don't hate it, which is kind of funny because I really am not
sure about the metal pieces.
Yeah, like I'm not usually like a huge fan of like, I don't know what they call them, you know, like tchotchkes or whatever. Like I said, I don't mind it. It doesn't look bad. We'll see. Obviously, whenever it's all together and we lower it down, I would love to be able to do like something custom, you know, leather work where we put our name on it or put like Born Free 16 or something. I definitely want Born Free somewhere on this bike. I wanted the people that worked on this bike to sign it. Well, maybe we can do something with the leather where we take people's signatures and we like emboss it into the leather.
That'd be cool.
Or embroider it even,
Yeah.
because I know Saddleman works with leather. They could probably do something for me. So like a Saddleman tank bib, that'd be interesting. That's where we're at. We're making some great progress. Honestly, it's really coming together. It's gonna be one of those like work, and then finally it all starts coming together. But it is meticulous work. That is for damn sure. I have so much more appreciation for builders that build bikes to this extent. We have put so much time into this back end. It's just crazy.
Billy did stuff like this in 7 days for build-offs.
I don't understand. Like, that's just insanity. Like, just totally crazy to be able to do something in that timeline. So props to you, Billy. Like, fist bump. I think this episode's probably gone like a little long, so I'm probably gonna put an ending on it here. In the next episode, we'll resume all that stuff. And I got a phone call. This is probably about dinner. Hold on. It was totally about dinner. Amanda, amazing. Freaking love her. She said to basically let her know whenever we were getting ready to go, so that she could start dinner. Thanks, babe. Hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. Really hands-on, super involved. Probably running a little bit longer, but it's just how it is, right? Getting into these builds, getting our hands dirty. This is amazing, man. Honestly, like I got way more confident in my welding, and I'm like super stoked about that because, you know, that opens up obviously a ton of doors. And with body stuff tomorrow, also continuing to learn. So big thanks to Alan for this, all the help in this one. You guys be sure to go give him a follow, and to everybody else that's been helping, like obviously on the Blockhead team. Links all down in the description and all this stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, do me a huge favor. Hit the like button. It lets YouTube know that we're doing a good job. You hitting the like button, leaving a comment, all that stuff, it helps us out so much. The paint alone on this thing is hella money. The parts on this thing, hella money. It really helps for YouTube to recommend it. You know, we see some AdSense money back, so it's basically like recouping a little bit of that investment, flying friends down, putting them up, feeding them, all that stuff.
I'm a big boy. I eat well.
It's literally all an investment for the love of motorcycles. I just really love being able to do this stuff and filming it and sharing it with you guys, bringing you all along for the ride. It's what I've been doing since day one. So yeah, would mean a lot. Hit the like, leave a comment. If you guys aren't subscribed and you want to continue to see motorcycle content like this, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon also so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. Until next time, ride safe out there, stay vigilant. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Oh, big red.
And tape right around the edge of that. That'll create us an 1/8 inch pinstripe of pale gold.
The rarest Harley Davidson color to ever not exist.
Oh, yes.
dang, it doesn't show up on camera like it looks in person at all.
Light tomorrow, and I'm not done yet, so it's going to be a late one.